Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Well, you can kind of tell that I've just been doing things all morning, but that's okay. If you're hopping on live with me, go ahead and let me know. Drop your name in the comments. Tell me where you're watching from. Let me know what the weather is like by you. So we got snow this morning, but now the snow has stopped. We've got blue skies. The snow looks nice on the ground. It's sunny. So let me know where you're joining us from. Let me know what your weather is like, and tell me something you're doing this weekend. What are you doing this weekend? So I am coming at you this morning. So I do something called Featured Friday. Um, and I was unable to do that yesterday. Obviously, it's Saturday now, but I had a kiddo that wasn't feeling well. So that is my priority. And so that is what took up my time yesterday. So I am here today, and we are going to do the Feature Friday today instead of yesterday. So I am here this morning to talk to you about energy drinks. So in addition to saying hi and let me know where you're joining from and all those things, I want to know, oh, sunny Colorado. I bet you it's beautiful. I want to know, A, what do you drink for energy? So in one of the groups I had posted, tell me if you are a coffee, a chocolate, or a energy drink person. And that may seem a little weird, like why did I throw in chocolate? But that's going to make sense as we get going, okay? So I want to know, are you a coffee person? Are you a chocolate person just in general? Or are you an energy drink person? And you can also throw in, do you like tea? Because I know there's some tea people out there that drink tea for their energy too. So just trying to get an idea of who's watching and what is it that you typically drink. And that way I can, when I start talking, it'll make more sense as I get into this. But energy drinks in and of themselves, just in general, are usually full of sugar. They are full of synthetics, and they're really not doing much for us that's like healthy for the body. Okay. So they are, yes, loaded with caffeine, but not necessarily good caffeine. So your source of caffeine can have a significant impact. Sorry. I just ate a protein bar and there's a piece of it stuck. Okay. So your source of caffeine can have a really big impact on what it's doing inside your body and how your body is processing it. Okay. So synthetic caffeine is going to have a much more significant detrimental impact, especially on your adrenals, than a source of natural plant-based caffeine. Okay. And that can be from green tea. It can actually be from clean coffee. And one of the things I want to just make sure that people understand with coffee is, like so many things on the market these days, not all coffee is created equal, right? So coffee is heavily farmed, means that it's sprayed, okay? And you really, yes, it is sprayed. You really don't need organic. So the reason that there are lists of what you should buy organic and what you shouldn't is whether or not you are going to ingest the shell that has that sprayed stuff on it, or whether you're only going to get the insides. And coffee beans are one of those things where the outside is sprayed a lot, but when you get down to the bean, that's all removed. However, the way that it is processed and makes a difference in the cleanliness of the beans. Still, do they wash it really well before they start to hull and all those kinds of things? And then whether you are getting a pure form of coffee versus a blend also makes a difference on the impact of the coffee itself, because blends, if the coffee beans aren't all coming from the same region, if they're not all coming from the same manufacturer, that can impact the quality of the coffee overall. Okay. So what is my point in starting to talk about? Oh, and then the other thing I want to talk about is your energy drinks in general, right? So your energy drinks typically have like a lot of caffeine. Some of them will have B vitamins, okay? But those B vitamins, again, you want to make sure that they are sourced appropriately, okay? So B vitamins that are synthetic are going to play a different role in your body and have a different effectiveness than B vitamins that are plant-based. Okay. B vitamins in and of themselves, the good thing about them is that they are water soluble, meaning your body is not going to store them. Okay. Your body is only going to take in as much as it can and then it's going to excrete them. However, if your body is unable to process the B vitamins, you're going to excrete more than you're absorbing. Okay. And that can actually, you can actually see that in your pee. So by examining the color of your pee, so if you weren't someone that typically looked in the toilet after you went to the bathroom, maybe start doing that a little bit. But you will be able to tell by the color of your pee if you are excreting too many B vitamins, if you're not absorbing enough of the B vitamins that you're ingesting. And again, the sourcing plays a role in that. Okay. So what I want to talk to you about today is 3 different drinks. It's really 2. Yes, lime green tea is vitamin P. Absolutely. So we have my favorite, okay, energy drink these days is my Mojo coffee. Okay. And prior to coming across this brand of coffee, I was a pot a day. Good morning. I was a pot a day of coffee drinker. Sometimes I'd split the pot with my husband, but a pot a day. And a lot of that didn't all have to do with needing the energy from it. I love the taste of coffee, which probably isn't great for me, but I also very often needed the energy too. So I am a mom of 3. I have an almost 9-year-old, a 7, and a 4-year-old. I am now homeschooling my children. I did work clinically for 10 years as a doctor of physical therapy, hence why my name is popping up as Dr. Liz Scott. But I've been home now with my kiddos for the last couple of years. So energy is a really important thing when you're homeschooling 3 young kids. Let me tell you that. Okay. So sometimes it was from the energy, but a lot of times it was for the taste. However, I didn't understand, how many of you, I know I grew up in a household where my dad drank a pot of Folgers coffee a day. Like, I mean, he had one of those huge, he worked in construction at the time, and he had one of those thermoses and it was filled with Folgers coffee. Okay. Now, what is there's a song, right, that goes, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Yep. Okay. However, the quality of those beans compared to the quality of some other beans, really not very good. Okay. So the quality matters, and that's what's going to affect the functionality inside your body. So the reason why, if you are in any of the groups where you have seen people posting about, or maybe on your pages, you've seen us posting about our cup of happy, right? Yes, the best part of wake up is Mojo in your cup. Yes. So our cup of happy, mine's empty. My cup of happy is empty. But if you've seen us posting about it, it's because this isn't just coffee, and that's what makes it so wonderful. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. So the coffee source is Brazilian bean. So it's a single blend, and it is processed in factories or manufacturing facilities that are certified good manufacturing practices, meaning that they are heavily screened, tested for molds, heavy metals, pesticides, all of the icky that could get into your coffee cannot be in this coffee because of the manufacturing and the regulations that are with the manufacturing. Okay. Words. Anyway, so that is one thing that I love. I'm guaranteed that I'm not going to find any of that in this cup of coffee. Okay. But in addition to that, this coffee has amazing additional brain boosting benefits. Oh, coffee and my new creamer. Oh, I'm so glad, Jen, that you're liking that. Oh, thank it's so good. Okay. I'm not going to talk about the creamer today. I'm only going to talk about the Mojo today. But yes, we have an amazing creamer too. Okay. So what I'm trying to do is pull up. So guys, I work from notes. Okay. Yes, I have studied, I have researched, I have looked up all this information, but I work from notes because there's too much going on in this brain, too many tabs open to just memorize all of it. Okay. So you get your Brazilian coffee beans. Awesome. Okay. In addition to that, there are other ingredients. So one of the things is niacin. Okay. So niacin, I talked about B vitamins commonly being in energy drinks. Well, niacin is one of those B vitamins. It's vitamin B3. It is also water soluble. However, niacin is actually needed in every single part of your body to function. B vitamins are considered the co-worker, the coenzyme to every process that occurs in the body. So your cells, everything that's happening, all the enzymatic processes, thousands of enzymatic processes every second going on in your body needs B vitamins, okay? Niacin is one of those. Niacin is needed, and niacin is the primary B vitamin for cell energy and cell metabolism. So so your body being able to break everything down, okay, and convert food to energy, that is based on the levels of niacin within your body, okay? So that's number one. Niacin has been studied to have an effect on reducing cholesterol, easing arthritis, and boosting brain function. It also has a role in healthy skin, cellular DNA repair, and it plays a very important role in the regulation of your overall nervous system. So your body's ability to take information, process it, and put out what it's supposed to put out niacin has a function in all of that. Okay. In addition to the cell metabolism, it helps to break down fats and protein. I talked about helping convert food to energy and cell metabolism. Okay. So it is a super important B vitamin. And that is part of our Mojo. Okay. Our B vitamins are fermented B vitamins. Okay. Which means that they're going to be more bioavailable within the body. Look for that. Look for ferment. You guys know you think about fermented foods. You've heard about the health of fermented foods. That's what our B vitamins are. The B vitamins in this product are fermented. So that also plays a role. Okay. Now, if you are someone who has not been regularly eating foods that has niacin, or you are niacin deficient, or you are dehydrated, couple of variables that can play into it, you may experience something called a niacin flush. This is harmless, okay? But I had been drinking Mojo for at least 5 months, and I'd never experienced this. I'd seen some, and then I was sitting out in our yard one afternoon. It was late spring, early summer, and I was drinking a cup of Mojo, and I finally had this flush. And I am so glad I knew what it was. So that's why I'm telling you, but I want you to understand that it is harmless and your body adapts to it. Okay. You may feel a little red. If you looked at your skin might be a little red. It may feel a little tingly, kind of like it makes people think of an allergic reaction, but it fades within 20 to 30 minutes. And it is due to your body absorbing that niacin. Okay. So I just want to put that out there. I think that that's a great thing for people to be aware of, especially when you're starting with the Mojo. Okay. So that's all. That's you got the coffee and you got the niacin. Now, in addition to that, there's a bunch of other ingredients, you guys. So I'm looking, these are our, so that comes in stick packs if you're an on the go kind of person. And then it also comes in a canister where you can scoop it. Okay. So other ingredients present in your coffee when you are drinking Mojo. You have L-theanine. Okay, L-theanine is an amino acid. It's an amino acid necessary for function in the body. Okay, L-theanine actually does cross your blood-brain barrier, so it has effects on the brain. That's why we say that this is brain-boosting, mood-enhancing coffee. Okay, this relaxes the mind without inducing drowsiness. It improves mental alertness and arousal. It acts on neurotransmitters, and it's your happy neurotransmitters. It's your serotonin and your dopamine. So to improve cognition and attention, okay? It has a stronger effect. L-theanine has a stronger effect when combined with natural caffeine. So we're getting our natural caffeine from these Brazilian beans, okay? And if your body has been damaged by stress, L-theanine can help to reverse that internal damage. So when most people are just drinking plain coffee with regular caffeine and that's all they're drinking, that's why you hear about the things like adrenal fatigue and it stresses out the body and things like that. We've actually included ingredients to help balance out that stress. Okay, so this L-theanine works in conjunction with the caffeine to be healthy inside the body. Okay. Then we've got choline. We've got a very specific type of choline called alpha size. So it's a trademark product. It's highly researched. You can look it up, but it helps to boost memory and focus, delays mental fatigue. it is required to make an essential component of our cell membranes, which is the acetylcholine and the membrane and the dopamine receptors. Okay, so it is required to make the essential component of the cell membrane, and then it increases the creation and the release of acetylcholine and improves the effectiveness of dopamine receptors. So all things happening internally that we don't think about, okay? And then it also plays a role in the control of our muscles and our mood, okay? Then we've got PEA, which I always have to look up what that stands for. Okay, so PEA is beta phenylethylamine, ethylamine. That's why I call it PEA. It's PEA. Look it up, okay? So PEA is a hormone-like substance, and it functions like a neurotransmitter. So it functions within the nervous system to help stabilize our mood and increase focus, okay? You're hearing a theme here? Hearing a theme with the ingredients and why it's mood boosting, why it's energy producing, all of those things, okay? And why it's going to do so much more for your body internally than just your regular cup of coffee, okay? Advantra Z is our bitter orange fruit extract. Now here is where it's also going to help if you've got any sort of weight loss goals for the year, okay? So Advantra Z is known, the bitter orange fruit extract is known to help burn fat, and it's similar to caffeine in that it improves energy. However, when combined with caffeine, it has a thermogenic effect, meaning that it helps to burn fat faster. Okay. And as it increases the temperature of the body, it also helps with immune function. So many good benefits here, you guys. So many good benefits. Okay. We also have Chromax, which is a form of chromium. Chromax is a trademark product, so you can look that up as well. Highly researched. Chromium is really important for regulating blood sugar. So those of you that may have any sort of blood sugar regulation issues, again, this is found in this product as well. And then it also comes with green tea extract and green coffee bean extract. These have an effect on balancing cholesterol, and they are known as polyphenols, which have a high antioxidant properties inside our body as well. Okay, so I keep emphasizing coffee, right? Well, if you're not a coffee person, but you want all of these amazing benefits in your morning cup of whatever it is you want to drink, we also have a chocolate flavor. It's rich chocolate. It's like the healthiest hot chocolate you can make for yourself. Now, I personally will sometimes take a half a scoop of coffee and a half a scoop of the chocolate, and I'll mix them together for like more of a mocha flavor. It is so good. The only difference in the two is that the chocolate is cocoa beans instead of coffee beans, okay? But then I also was talking about energy drinks, right? And obviously these are energy producing, but how do these differ from, let's say, your Red Bull or your Monster, which are 100% 5-hour energy, all of it, not good for you, okay? And here's what we now have. We have this amazing product called Zest. There's my camera. Zest, okay? This is the lavender vanilla. This is my personal favorite. We also have a peach lemonade, roasted peach lemonade, okay? The source of caffeine in this is your green tea and your green coffee beans, okay? So that's where you're getting the caffeine in these. But then these are a little bit more similar to, let's say, the energy drinks, in that these also have sodium and calcium. Why is that important? Sodium and calcium are your electrolytes, okay? So those electrolytes are actually really important to help balance your body's internal fluid, okay? So specifically, sodium helps to maintain and restore plasma volume by increasing fluid retention, okay? It also has an effect on the rate at which the small intestine absorbs water and carbohydrates, okay? So in that sense, this actually has more of an impact on, let's say, like delaying muscle fatigue and increasing your hydration. So I love to take this in the afternoon. If I'm needing that little bit of energy boost, this is also a great pre-workout because of its sodium and calcium content in maintaining that hydration level, as well as delaying the muscle fatigue. So these two flavors of Zest, the lavender vanilla lemonade and the roasted peach lemonade. Great for morning energy drinks. Personally, I still love my coffee, but these are a great like pre-workout, even could be used as like a post-workout, or your afternoon energy. You know, you've got that. There is research to show that around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we all start to hit a slump and we start to get a little bit more tired. So I hope that was helpful. Most importantly, not the zest, the mojo. Okay. The mojo is included in a bundle that is on sale that ends today. Okay. It ends today. It is the combination of mojo, which has all of those benefits, managing cholesterol, regulating blood sugar, appetite suppressant, fat burner, natural energy, mood boosting, brain boosting, you name it. It's in mojo. Okay. So mojo combined with our nourish, which if you want to learn, this is our meal replacement beauty shake. And it's very specific why it is called that way. Go back in this group. I've talked about that. If you want to know more about that, you can talk to the person who invited you to any of the groups that I am currently streaming in. Ask me questions, whatever it is. But nourish, mojo, and enrich our digestive enzymes. Okay. So digestive enzymes are really important for breaking down your food, and it comes with a pre and probiotic blend. Those 4, so you get 2 canisters of the Nourish. So it's 4 products on sale through the end of today. So I hope that this was helpful. I hope that if you aren't currently one of our Mojo users, you will reach out to someone and ask for a sample or get on board because you liked what you heard so much that you're just ready to get started on it so that you have more natural energy, happier, better brain functioning as we continue to get through, we continue into this new year, and hopefully that this continues to be your best year yet. Happy Saturday, everyone.